I want to talk about Twerk versus Surf. Twerk versus Surf got announced today, I believe, Friday. Um, shit, man, a lot to uncover, man. A lot to uncover. I feel like this is the perfect time, and I don't think it has to do with their recent consistencies. Like I don't think I'm not saying it because it's like, oh, it's been 3 battles since Twerk, tripped up, or it's been 2 or 3 battles since Surf tripped up. Like now that they're, now that they can remember things, like they can clash. They've had a history of remembering things, but a couple hiccups in their career. But I feel like this is the perfect time in the sense of, just where their careers are, man. Sometimes, like although I do use beating Twerk as like a talking point for certain things, or I do look at it as an accolade, beating Twerk on the main stage. I did get an underdeveloped Twerk, so there's a part of me, even though I beat him clean and I had a great performance that night and it was dope to battle him, there's a part of me that wish I had battled him a little further down the road. Would have been a more important battle, as opposed to something random that came up as a secret battle, happened, took a while to drop, and then drop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Twerk and Surf didn't happen for as long as it didn't happen. And I'm glad that it's happening now. It's just the perfect time, man. Surf's still getting into himself as a rapper. Twerk is just, he's just Twerk. It's a tough battle to call, man. If it, I usually do. I say this ad nauseum, man. I usually do predictions based off like on paper stuff, experience, seniority, what I've seen at their best moments and who would win if they both came at their best. I usually don't go off of like momentum or like what have you done for me lately. I don't go based off your last battle, yada yada yada. But this one is tough, man. Twerk is extremely advanced, and that's a part of Twerk's game that you just have to ignore unless you're one of those extremely advanced guys. If you're like a Jay the Nightwing, where you're just as over the head, maybe not the same presence or the same energy, but you're just as you can just be over, you could be as over the head as Twerk can be, intricate, whatever you want to call it, layered. But usually that's something about Twerk that you have to ignore, right? And then when you look at a rapper, like if I'm facing a puncher, I know not to punch with him, man. I know not to punch. There's no point in punching with the puncher, right? Because if you're not keeping up with him, the only thing you're doing is highlighting how good he is at punching, not really making a good case for yourself, right? So there's certain things based off the people that you're battling that you have to avoid because they're so good at it. There's a lot I feel like you can't go tit for tat with Twerk. If you're not as intricate as him, you certainly don't have the presence that he has. If you don't have the presence that he has, you certainly don't bring the energy. If you don't bring the energy, you're not as loud. All three of those things might be the same exact thing, but if you can't do that, you gotta perform at the top of your game too. I'm so stoned. I think that's why I sound like a college teacher. I'm very high right now. And I was about to pour a nice rum chata and cream soda, but babies get in the way of a lot of things. So there's a lot of things you have to avoid. Not like consciously, but just know you gotta be different, man, when you're battling Twerk. Now, Surf really brings a lot of things that you have to avoid as well, to be honest. And especially right now, man, Surf reminds me a lot of Jerzey, man. When I think of people that came out the same time as Surf, and I think of what their style sounds like now, and whether or not it's elevated or changed, and it really hasn't. Surf has adapted to every single environment and kept his style. He's kept who he is as Sue Surf, but has also elevated, done what he needs to do to keep up with the young ones, right? He's fucked up a lot of people, man. He's fucked up a lot of people, and the run that he's on right now is it's incredible, man. Twerk's on a great run too. I don't know. Fuck, man. I don't even know if I want to call this. But then again, it wouldn't really be a YouTube drop, right? Like it wouldn't be a YouTube video if I did a prediction video and didn't have a prediction, right? Who do we give this to, man? Who wins this battle? Battle rap is battle rap. At the end of the day, we don't fucking know, man. We never know. You never know. You might be right. You might get one right, but you can't say I told you so. You can't say I told you so. If every battle went the way, it looked on paper, we'd know what to expect. I feel like I'd have to judge this the same way. I feel like I'd have to do a prediction for this the same way I did a prediction for Rock and Twerk. And I just take them both at max level, right? What is the best that I've ever seen from Twerk, and what is the best that I've ever seen from Surf? And that's how I get my answer. So once again, when it comes down to me, this doesn't need to be your opinion as well. And I'm not saying this is fact, but I do believe that when Twerk is at his max, when he is max level, he is the greatest. He is the greatest. There's nobody better. There's nobody better. There's nobody that could bring as much momentum into bars to where your bars don't even have to be that good because you're doing so much of everything else. But on top of that, he does the bars. He's incredible with bars. Extremely layered. One of the best performers in the game. The biggest presence on stage. Great on the main stage, great in the small room. And the one negative that you would use against him which would be the choking, you can't apply in this one because you'd have to apply to the person standing across from him in Sue Surf. So I gotta go off of what is the best that I've ever seen from both of them. And the best that I've ever seen from Twerk is the best that I've ever seen, the best that I've ever watched on YouTube, the best that I've ever been in the building for. If you've never been in a building for a Twerk battle, it's completely different. And I've never been in a building for a Surf battle, and I could tell how fucking different it is. These guys are neck and neck, man. Neck and neck, dude. I could easily say Sue Surf. But until he buys Call of Duty Vanguard, Twerk 2-1. Twerk 2-1. You still got time. We got till what, December 12th? This is December 12th, right? I'm giving you about 3 weeks to buy Call of Duty Vanguard. This guy Surf. First of all, me and Surf's relationship is weird, right? He'll invite me on Call of Duty, and then I'll text him to invite me, and he won't do that. I'll text him, and he won't respond to my text messages. But then he'll DM me on Twitter to have a conversation with me. And then I'll go back to text and be like, yo, just hit me up on my phone. Like, just have the conversation with me through the phone. And he doesn't do that. And then I'll be on Vanguard and he'll fucking spam me 17 Warzone invites and I'm on fucking Vanguard. Get with the program, Surf. The game's great. You got the wrong number. I probably do, bro. I probably do. Someone's reading a conversation that is being had between one person. If Surf ever battled me, all he would need to do as Dirt would be screenshot his inbox between me and him, because it literally would look like I'm stalking him. Because I'll have conversations with him on different platforms, and then I'll continue the conversation on text, and I won't hear a response. Maybe I do have the wrong number. I'm texting. We have to get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna expose it in the if me and Twork get booked. If me and fucking Twork get booked, give me a battle I want, man. Please. Please. I'm tired of these battles that I really don't want. I already hate battle rap. I hate the act of battling. Yeah, but I have Twork winning, by the way. I have Twork beating Surf 2-1. I would never battle Twork again. Nope. I'm good. I got away. I got away, man.